Stand by. The program will begin soon.
Your investigation by the House Weaponization Committee uncovers a two-tiered system of government. Apparently, they put out a 17,000-page report on this. Through its oversight and investigations, the Select Committee found numerous instances of federal government being weaponized against the American people. For example, the Select Subcommittee highlighted censorship by big tech that led Mark Zuckerberg to admitting Facebook was pressured by the Biden-Harris White House to censor Americans, empowered whistleblowers to come forward and have their voices heard despite retaliation by the Department of Justice and the FBI. They protected the First Amendment, leading to the dissolution of the Global Alliance for Responsible Media, GARM, and other organizations that work to censor American speech. They revealed the weaponization of federal law enforcement against the American people, leading to important policy changes for the Department of Justice and the IRS, and uncovered evidence that Biden's campaign coordinated with 51 former intelligence officials to interfere in the American electoral system weeks before the 2020 presidential election by signing the statement calling Hunter Biden's laptop disinformation. So, is there a labor shortage? Ultimately, the entire need for H-1B workers is predicated on a supposed domestic worker shortage. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the current native-born American labor force participation is around 63%. Meanwhile, the foreign-born labor force participation is a stunning 68%. Importantly, per the Wall Street Journal, census data show immigrants who arrived since the start of 2020 are more than twice as likely to lack a high school diploma as U.S. Next 4 months, he beat not one but two Democratic opponents, swept all 7 swing states, and became the first Republican to win the popular vote in 20 years. He has realigned American politics, remaking the GOP and leaving the Democrats reckoning with what went awry. I'll tell you what went awry. They suck! Okay.
Did you know that since 1977, Congress has only passed the budget on time 4 times? The last time Congress passed a balanced budget was in 2001.
That was the
Did you know
Congress?
That over the last 6 years, Congress hasn't passed an appropriations bill on time once? In fact, we have had 17 continuing resolutions in the last 6 years.
In 6 years.
And since Biden has taken office, we have had over 11 omnibuses pushed through. Congress has only passed a balanced budget 4 times ever, meaning we didn't have a surplus or a deficit.
The mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream. There are platforms, there are people out there that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million. And so there's
not on CNN.
the whole world out there. Kellyanne Conway, I hate to agree with her, but I do a lot of times. Donald Trump understood that.
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
Friday Q&A, and let's the first question today is from our friend Avocados Diablo, who says, have you ever woke up half naked except for a pair of lace panties, a Foot Locker's employee's ref jersey, and a pirate's eye patch stuck in the slide of a children's playground? AD? I'm becoming concerned. I'm becoming concerned. I would love to hear that story, though. Just out of curiosity, I don't know if I really want to hear that story. But, no, I haven't. I'm very discouraged to see many influencers turning on some of our biggest fighters in Congress. Instead of going after the 38 who stand on principle and not raise the debt ceiling, but also didn't support the continuing resolution, why are they going after the people like Republican Congressman Greg Murphy, North Carolina 3, who was the was for the original continuing resolution? Or why not just go after the Democrats who are responsible for this entire mess? Why eat our own strong conservatives, especially over something like the debt ceiling, when no one really wants it raised in the long run? Even if the 38 had voted yes on the American Relief Act, it still wouldn't have passed. So what is the end goal here? To get rid of strong conservatives because we don't 100% agree on it?
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
House report recommends FBI investigation into Liz Cheney over alleged witness tampering while on the J6 committee. So there's this seems to be blowing up in Liz Cheney's face as opposed to getting shot with birdshot by her dad. Here's another one. Taxpayers fund a disinformation index, but the real fake news is that it's useful. The Department of State wasted $330,000 to fund censorship of non-liberal and conservative media. Historically, the largest purveyor of disinformation is the U.S. government, without question. And now, once again, the government has decided to position itself as the ultimate judge of what is true and what is not. There exists an animal whose shit is actually super delicious. Oh my God. It would have to be some sort of seafood. I don't know. Avocado, what would you consider to be the most disconcerting thing about one could see in the toilet after you got done going to the bathroom? Only things that come from inside you count. Well, I think a 14-foot tapeworm would be kind of disconcerting. You're like, what the heck? That was inside of me? Okay. Lord Stanham asks, which member of Congress would you like to catch leprosy? You can name as many as you like. Well, let me just start with Jamie Raskin. And Adam Schiff. That's enough. This is light. Avocado Diaby says, why is it that Nancy Mace is the only woman in Congress that does not sound like one of the teachers from Peanuts to me when she speaks? Maybe it's because she's from the South. Although her accent is not that pronounced. Sound Noble Nation, is this the penultimate, is this the last question? No, it's not. Lord Stanhope, will you have a Merry Christmas? Melancholy. We already explained that earlier. Select a boy who on The Simpsons has a plan that's good on paper but horrible in execution. Oh, obviously Homer. How many of you remember the name Crystal Magnum? Crystal Magnum. Does that name ring a bell? Anybody? Crystal Magnum. Now, even if you don't know that name, you know. It sounds like a stripper name, doesn't it? Crystal Magnum? That sounds like a stripper name or a porn star name or something like that, right? Well, here's an update in the story of Crystal Magnum. Congress members haven't even received the text yet. The deadline is Friday. This is utter insanity. That is... I don't know if I could be any less accurate or more accurate. I don't know. Congress at last passed a real budget in 1997. Since then, Congress has typically relied on continuing resolutions or omnibus spending bills to fund the government. There should be 12 different funding bills, I guess, normally, and they're doing an omnibus bill. They just put it all on paper the last minute, and then just pass it because they want to go home for Christmas. Well, F that shit. So people are saying shut it down. They've typically relied on continuing resolutions or omnibus spending bills to fund the government rather than completing the full budget process as intended by the 1974 Congressional Budget
I can imagine what can be and be unburdened by what has been. You know?
What can be unburdened by what has been? What can be unburdened by what has been.
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been.
What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only P-Dog Night.
Hell yeah. And by hidden, I mean hidden in a corner office in my basement. Yes! Hello, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as P-Dog Night on the internet. Welcome back to the P-Dog Night channel, where I sit and drink coffee and talk about shit however the hell I want. If you come into my stream bitching about what news sources I use and what I say and whatever, I don't give a crap. I don't care. It's my show. I'll do what I want. If you don't like it, F off or stick around and argue with me. I don't care. If I'm reading an article from anywhere, Breitbart, PJ Media, a lot of the stuff I use them for all kinds of things. I'll read just about anything. If you want me to read something else, drop a 10 spot in the Streamlabs, and maybe I'll read whatever you want me to read. But until then, shut the fuck up or just chat along like everybody else does. Okay, I'm not talking to my regular audience. I'm talking to the people who come in here and go, oh, fuck stick from yesterday. And I would have had more respect had he come and argued about something in the internet instead of just bitching about me. Okay, yeah, I was a little salty about that. You know what I mean? So anyway. JB dropping a deuce and in the tip jar via YouTube Super Chat says, P-Dog drinks from the far right side of the cup. LOL. Yeah, thank you for sponsoring the show. Motherfuckers. By the way, feel free to sponsor the show today. It's $5 Friday. Drop a 5 in today and make P-Dog happy. Today I came across this question. And I was thinking about it already, but someone else verbalized it. And I'm like, yeah, what about that? What happened to the drones? Did that issue ever get resolved? Anybody? Did it? The drones. Remember the drones? A couple weeks ago, a bunch of drones flying all over New Jersey, New York City, all over the East Coast, a bunch of them on the West Coast, and just random cities. That just all of a sudden there's all these drones flying around, and nobody knew where they're from. Someone said, "Oh, they might be from a foreign adversary. They might be from space aliens. They might be the FBI and the CIA. Where are the drones?" What? All of a sudden, it's interesting because we have these major events on New Year's Eve, because 2 weeks ago, just before Christmas, we were talking about drones, and then you have the distraction of the holidays, and they're not talking about drones anymore. Then you have distraction of the pew pew and the bomb and boom boom events on New Year's Day, and we stopped talking about the drones. Where are the drones? I want to know what happened with the drones. Did we resolve that? I don't recall resolving the issue of the drones. And that's why I asked this question. What happened to the drones? Anybody? We'll get to it. Well, no, we won't, because there's nothing to say. There's one drone story. I checked before I started the show. I'm like, I want to check out what's going on with the drones. Nothing. There ain't crap about the drones. Except for one little story that really has no significance other than they violated an FAA rule and they're going to get in charge with some shit. but that has nothing to do with where the drones came from. No one's telling. Notice how that just completely disappeared? Anybody else notice that? Well, you're noticing now because I said it, damn it. So, it's Friday. We do Friday Q&A. Let me open up a Q&A box here. Give me a moment. Friday Q&A. Ask me anything. Because you always do. You ask me just about it. You ask me a lot of stuff that, it's very creative, and I enjoy trying to answer questions for the most part. So anyway, there you go. There's the Friday Q&A box. I put that up in there. Yeah, what happened to the damn drones? Okay, before we get too deep into this, allow me to say hello to everybody. I can't remember. Oh, okay, I can see it now. I covered that up. First in the chat today is Mr. Lord Stanhope. Yes, Lord Stanhope's here first. Way to go. You get the bell. I gave you 2. I'm going to give you another one. Congratulations. Welcome. Also, good morning, JB. What's up? Kara Soldier, Resolute Germ, Lord Stan. Oh, Lord Stanhope. I just said Lord Stanhope. Duh. Good morning, Avocados Diabli. Did you sleep in today, sir? I'm just curious what the hell happened there. Also, hello to Attack Alpaca. Good morning. Number 1 is in the house. Dom O'Leary, howdy doody, doody. Whatever the hell that was. Good morning, Reaction Puerto Rico. Sent me DM that I'm using today because it fit right into what I was going to talk about. What else? Who else is here? Mr. Tyre Alexander the Scourge is here. Good morning. Also, the honorable mention list of the favorite Canadians. Certainly, Mr. Special Can Acid. What's up? I said Dom O'Leary. Yes, I did. Okay. Am I missing anybody? Where the hell is everybody? Good morning, Johnny Boomer Tech, doing the work of the board over there. Whoa, wait a minute. What? I'm looking over the Q&A section, and the space there says, and I quote, this is a quote, YouTube. I'm just quoting someone else. It says, fuck, shit, fuck. Once more again into the breach. I don't know what that means. Okay, so it's, yeah, thank you for putting the spaces in there because that first question always get muddled. Also, another super chat from JB, another Canadian deuce, which is $1.67 American. I don't know. It's somewhere around that. I think it's $1.89 right now. Who says, I'm at far like opposite side of the cup laughing my ass off. Oh, I see. Far. Oh, Marty drinks, PJ drinks from the far side of the cup. Oh, so like if the cup's like this, I'm trying to drink it like this and like I have to bend upside down and shit. By the way, today's coffee is in my favorite cup, the Johnny Cash Sun Records cup of Folsom Prison Blues from Sun Records, the original. Back when Johnny was kind of a folk singer type. I guess he's never really changed types. He just changed his style. I don't know. Johnny Cash, legendary Johnny. My name is Johnny Cash. That wasn't very good. I don't do a Johnny Cash imitation. Good morning, Anonymity T2 and Renee Mayette. Good morning to yous too. All right, let's get into some show here. Trending topics. There's a lot of trending topics, and then it's going to kind of be winging it until it's time for Q&A. Because I didn't open a whole lot of articles, although I do have the aggregator open, and there's lots of stuff about, there's a lot of stuff about the New Orleans thing and the Cybertruck thing in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, and we're getting new information here and there, so we'll dig into some of that and also just see what people are talking about, because that's what we do. We kind of watch what other people say and sometimes make fun of them. By the way, thank you to the people who have shared the show already. Amazing Disgrace, Reaction Puerto Rico, Somnambul Nation, both retweeting my, little thingy that I do, and then also putting your own tweet out there, as I appreciate you do every single day. In fact, there's a few of these. Here's Somnambul Nation. Got our first Let's Go. It's Friday. F this shit. Dropping the computer off the old desk there. We also got couple likes there. There's a Reaction Puerto Rico dropping a little Jack Sparrow in the Let's Go. And that's, yeah, I like that because, I drink once in a while. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to pour some fuel into the coffee there, but I'm not going to. What happened to the damn drones? What happened to the damn drones? And then the people who retweeted. So if you haven't done that yet, please click that link at the top of the chat that says, have you shared this stream yet? And all you got to do, drop a let's go, a reply to that. You don't need to write your own. Just reply to it. Hit the little reply button, type let's go, ! And then drop a GIF. Or a meme, even. Memes would be great. In fact, maybe this should be memed. There you go, Amazing Disgrace. See? It works. There you go. With a little, what's his name? Dwight Schrute. Dwight Schrute. The beet farmer extraordinaire. There you go. I posted the stream in Scribe's Discord. There you go. Thank you, JB. See, that's all you got to do. Just do that. That's awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Let's get into some trending topics. Happy New Year is still trending. It's, we're 3 days in. Is it third day? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is January 3rd, by the way. Friday, January the 3rd, 2024 or 25. I did it again. 2025. We have, it's a new year. It's a new year. By the way, the thumbnail up there, I'm not like going in awe because of the truck on fire. My mouth I was chewing my bacon and I clicked the picture and I'm like, oh shit, I can't chew the bacon. I just put my hand up in time when I took today's thumbnail picture and I thought, oh, that's actually not a bad picture. It's something different. Happy New Year still trending. This person says, Happy New Year, yes or no. If that's a real place, I'd be like, hell yes, I could live there. I could live there. I wouldn't care if there's if I had to drive 20 miles to the city to get food or whatever, or I might just hunt my own deer, elk, and bear. But I would love to live there in solitude as long as I had internet access. I don't know what the question is though. Happy New Year, yes or no? I mean, what do you think? Yes or okay? In the chat, yes. Wait, let's full screen. There's the full picture. Chat, yes or no? I'm in the hell yes department. I would love to live like that, in that space. That's a beautiful, beautiful house. Not super big house, but it's just out there in nature and shit. That'd be awesome. All right. So anyway, that's one of the things people are putting up on Happy New Year. Anything else? Update. Oh, here's one. Someone named Wayward Greg says, update. My use of this platform has fallen off quite a bit over the last 6 to 8 weeks. I've recently taken a new job promotion and it's fairly demanding. I'll still be posting from time to time, but nothing like I used to. Happy New Year, everyone. I don't even know who you are, Greg. Oh, I didn't have it on the screen, did I? I have no idea who you are, Greg. By the way, here's okay, now here's someone. This is related to the Cybertruck guy. The guy who blew up his Cybertruck accidentally went to the wrong Las Vegas at first. What? Wait a minute. Now this would have made me want to blow up the truck. The Cybertruck. I'm sorry. Here we go. The Cybertruck bomber had to stop 8 times to charge his truck. No wonder he killed himself. That's brutal. Oh my God.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
But apparently also he went to the wrong Las Vegas first. He went to Las Vegas, New Mexico. Like, was he lost or did he do that? What? This guy drove from Denver to Las Vegas, New Mexico? What an idiot. Well, he's kind of an idiot because he blew himself up too. But I mean, what an idiot. What the hell? Why am I? Oh, that's just something there. He went to Las Vegas, New Mexico first. And then I have questions about this guy. So this guy's supposed to be some special forces dude. And also the latest is that he shot himself before he blew up the truck or before the truck blew up. And okay, so you stopped 8 times to charge too. First of all, does it sound like an op to you? I'm still, and again, we haven't talked about the drones anymore, but okay, we'll get to it later. I'll get to it. Because this is supposed to be the Happy New Year topic. Viva Las Vegas, New Mexico. Exactly. Good morning, K-Shawl and Patio Furniture. And I said Amazing Disgrace because you're already here, right? I know I sung it, didn't I? Oh, maybe not. Good morning. Amazing Disgrace is in the house. Very sweet sound this time. Just trying to sound pretty. So anyway, that's wild that he kind of went to the wrong Las Vegas and had to charge a Cybertruck 8 times to get to Las Vegas. You know, I can get from Denver to Las Vegas, I believe, on 2 tanks of gas, if I remember right. I think no, because it's about 14 hours from Colorado to Las Vegas. Probably 3 tanks of gas I would have to stop. This guy had to charge his Cybertruck 8 times. What the hell? What did I just do there? I didn't mean to do that. Anything else? Okay, and the other Happy New Year's are me. So anyway, enough about Happy New Year. Also, New Orleans is still trending, obviously, because of the incident in Bourbon Street. Tragic and fucking bullshit incident in New Orleans. So, but one of the things that people are talking about is on the Notre Dame game in Georgia, which happened in the Superdome, right? Sugar Bowl, I believe. This is the message that the president of Allstate, I guess Allstate sponsored the Sugar Bowl. This is the message he decided to talk about after this event. And this is after the event that happened in Bourbon Street in Las Vegas. And this is what this guy thought was important to tell us, and it's a very interesting message. Let's listen to this. I guess the CEO of Allstate. First of all, his head is way too big for his shoulders. Anyone else think that? He looks like he might be a very short human being, which nothing against short people. I'm tall, so everyone's kind of short to me. But here we go. Let's listen to the CEO of Allstate, his message just before the Sugar Bowl, just after this guy drove a truck into people and killed a bunch of people and injured a bunch of people.
Welcome to the Allstate Sugar Bowl.
Oh, thanks.
Wednesday,
thanks, Tom.
Tragedy struck the New Orleans community. Our prayers are with the victims.
Okay, that's a good message.
We also need...
He could have just stopped there and said, enjoy the game, good night. Right? He could have just stopped there. But he chose not to stop there.
Our prayers are with the victims and their families. We also need to be stronger together by overcoming an addiction to divisiveness and negativity. Join Allstate working in local communities all across America to amplify the positive, increase trust, and accept people's imperfections and differences. Together, we win.
What does that mean? What's his message? Anybody? What was his message there? I mean, maybe the sentiment's not necessarily wrong. But what after you had that event, you decided you want to talk about our addiction to divisiveness? And what? I just don't get it. I don't get the message. But lots of people are criticizing the message. Turned on the Notre Dame game and Georgia game. For its start with this ridiculous propaganda from Allstate on yesterday's terrorist attack. We need to overcome addiction to divisiveness and negativity and accept people's imperfection and differences. Hey, that guy who ran the truck into a bunch of people, yeah, he was imperfect and very divisive. I mean, what? Oh, I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, what is wrong? Oh, and also the other part too. So this, was it the quarterback for Notre Dame? No. The Ohio State game. Apparently the quarterback from Notre Dame did the same. So at the Ohio State Oregon game, and again, this is not going to turn into a sports show, but so Ohio State blew Oregon out of the water, right? And at the end of the game, they get all the players up on this platform, right? But before that happened, the quarterback from Ohio State was being interviewed, and he said something like, hey, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, blah, 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 right? Because, that's what some guys do. They thank the Lord for their blessings in life and whatever. So then they were at this point where they're getting everyone up on this platform to accept the trophy and all this stuff, right? The entire Ohio State team got up on the platform, and the quarterback was coming back from this where he said that, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, whatever. And they wouldn't let him on the platform. They wouldn't let the starting quarterback, the quarterback who threw all these touchdowns and was heroic and all this stuff, they wouldn't let, the security wouldn't let him on the platform after he said that, saying, there's too many people up here. No, the platform didn't collapse. But they wouldn't let the one player who was probably the most pivotal in the Ohio State win, they wouldn't let the quarterback on the stage. It was the weirdest thing. And some people were saying, it's because he said something about his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and they wouldn't let him because he said that. But I don't know if it was necessarily that. But it could have been. But it could have just... Why? Look. And then the other players are like, let him up here. He's our quarterback. He won the game, man. He did this and that. And they would not let him on the stage. So he had to walk out in front of the stage. You know what? Did the platform class? No, it would have. No. Look, if I'm one of his teammates, let me just put it this way. If I'm one of his teammates, let's say I'm one of the teammates who probably sat on the bench during the game and didn't do anything. I'd have been like, okay, fuck it. I'll get off the stage. Let our quarterback up here. He's the guy who won the game for us. But no, that they wouldn't let him on the stage. And anyway, so I saw this in the articles here on the Notre Dame. That was why Notre Dame was trending too, because this was during that Notre Dame Georgia game that this All-State CEO said what he said. But also, here's the Notre Dame quarterback. This is another quarterback who did it. Now, I don't know if they let him on the stage afterwards, but here he is. Here he is.
Riley, you just heard the fans here for Notre Dame erupting in these stands. What can you say about what this win means to you?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here as a whole group. But just to see these fans...
Okay, so that's kind of the thing that players do, and, I don't know if it's performative or if he's really heartfelt. He wants to thank his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. But the media sure doesn't like it when they do that, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, all right, here we go. Let's move on. New Orleans is still trending, obviously. Someone named John Jackson. Oh, this is from 2 days ago. The people in New Orleans need to understand one basic fact. Any city government that hired this woman to be your chief of police, they hate you. You and the police themselves. They want you victimized and the police diminished and demoralized. Yeah, I don't know. You don't know what she's done to come up through the ranks. Apparently, she's a pencil pusher who teaches DEI. So maybe that's why she's the chief of police. Someone said this is a good to keep in mind while experiencing seemingly unrelated truck terrorist attacks in New Orleans, Las Vegas. This might blow your mind. This is back from, what is this? Let's find out what this is. This is Free for All Friday, so some random shit might pop up and we might just watch it. So I saw the visual of Timothy McVeigh.
Are you the Oklahoma City bomber?
Maybe one of the benefits of me talking to you today is that you'll see that maybe not everything is true that you've heard about me.
On the morning of April 19th.
Okay, I'm not going to play it. This is 3-4 minutes long, but Jimmy Dore put this out because there's a question of whether or not Timothy McVeigh was a patsy, maybe? I don't know. I'll just put it in a separate link, though, if you want to watch it. This was from 60 Minutes, too, so I don't want to get on one of those copyright things. Anyway, so that's trending. NOLA's trending because it's still in New Orleans. Apparently, the death toll has risen to 15. Oh, and the New Orleans truck attack. Oh, isn't that appropriate? The truck attack. Well, I guess the guy used a truck attack. People are complaining. Guy drives a Ford Lightning through a crowd in New Orleans, and the media reports it as a truck attack. Guy detonates a Cybertruck in Las Vegas, and the media reports it as a Tesla Cybertruck explosion. At one dead after Tesla Cybertruck explodes outside a Trump hotel in Las Vegas. So, these inanimate vehicles, which need to be banned now, we need to have a 30-day waiting period and background checks for Cybertrucks and Ford Lightnings. Did it themselves. So let's see. Are there other things in here? These are all from a few days ago. So anyway, this is still trending. Let's see if there's anything in the latest tab under New Orleans, for example. I don't see anything. I shouldn't scroll too fast just in case. Breaking follow-up. New Orleans terrorist attack. Answers incoming directly from none other than Sean Ryan and special guest, former military intelligence analyst Sam Shoemate. Sam received personal email from the accused himself, and it includes the manifesto. What? Wait a minute. Let's see, because let's see what he says here. This is what's his name? Sean Ryan. Excuse me, Sean Ryan.
Hey, what's up? We're doing an emergency episode here with Sam Shoemate, former intelligence analyst, and we are covering the Green Beret that bombed Trump Hotel.
Oh, this is the Cybertruck guy.
Sam received an email from the Green Beret in kind of like a manifesto. A little nervous to do this one, but here we go. It'll be out later today. Stay tuned.
All right, that's some news. If you follow Sean Ryan, you'll find that probably on his X account. Good morning, Roasted Opinions, by the way. Hello. And Reaction Puerto Rico says, by the way, an Army guy was just arrested for hacking into Trump and Harris cell phones and then selling the contents. Really? Wow. What is going on? And what are we not talking about? Drones. We're still not talking about drones. Now, I'm wondering why this guy would have gotten that information, too. That's wild. Let's see. That's the newest there. That was just from just an hour ago he put that on. So, in fact, what I'm going to do, I will put a link to Sean Ryan's X account in the links today. Because I think he does that both on X and on YouTube. So there you go. Real quick, we do have some more notifications here. Let me check the notifications. And there we go. Thank you, Resolute Germ. Also tweeting out the show or retweeting my tweet. And here's a nice, let's go. It's time to do the Friday dance. Yes, I love it. And then somebody here, oh my gosh, what is this? Hang on a second. Oh, this was from, what was this the other day? Wayne Dupree put this up here, Adult Talk. On this platform and others. This is what I was complaining about yesterday. Adult Talk. On this platform and others, every time I see something about a black person in office or a minority in office, that I see them labeled as DEI. Okay, now let me ask you this. Are there any white DEI hires? And if so, why aren't they called out as much as the minority ones? I believe in diversity if someone is qualified. I don't call 95% of black leaders or those in charge DEI. Actually, I don't even use the term because I think it has a bad stigma to it, which I agree. Help me understand in a conversational way, all hateful responses will be handled in a humane way. And Wayne Dupree's a conservative, okay? Black man, conservative. I did answer that question. Where is my answer to it? Here it is. I said, really? You don't think white women or white LGBTQ, especially TQ, ever fall into the DEI category? Or women in general in some cases? They certainly are the ones who lead the DEI departments in various offices and schools and whatever. In businesses, it's the DEI, that 95% of the top DEI officials in any office, company or school is usually a white woman, a white liberal woman. And someone here said that's because angry white liberal women lead the charge for these groups. And I also think they are still paid less rather than learning how to use merit and negotiating skills. Well, I don't know how. Yeah, that could be. So anyway, someone was replying to me saying that. Army arrest. Oh, thank you. Reaction Puerto Rico. Let's look at this right now. Again, today it's free for all, so you could get anything on this show. Here it is. Army soldier charged in Trump-Harris phone hack. Cameron John Wagenius, I don't know, a 20-year-old U.S. Army soldier stationed at Fort Cavazos, Texas. That wouldn't have been funny if he was stationed at Fort Bragg. Has been arrested for allegedly hacking into the phones of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. He is accused of unlawfully transferring and selling their confidential phone records online as a part of a cyber criminal ring operating under the alias Kilber Phantom. The breach involves sensitive data from 2024, and Wagenius is now facing charges including 2 counts of unlawful transfer of confidential phone records. Wow. Holy smokes. Thank you, Reaction Puerto Rico, for bringing that to my attention. Let's see if there's anything. Breaking U.S. Army been arrested for hacking Trump's phone. Trump and Harris. So basically people are reacting to that. Lots of people saying that. Looks like they're just, looks like okay, I get concerned anytime I see Josh Dunlop. Josh Dunlop seems to have broken this story. Let's see if there's anyone else who has it. Raw alerts. And it's basically, okay, the same thing. Let's see what this says. Oh, there's no sound to this. This just says breaking. Okay. And lots of people looks like they're copying this. Okay, Josh is just 2 hours ago. So there's people who did this earlier than Josh Dunlop. I always get concerned. Every time Josh Dunlop tweets something, I take it with a grain of salt because I have seen a few things that he has dropped that just smelled of, let's see, what's the term? Bullshit. So I never know with Josh Dunlop. But anyway, there's a lot of people reporting on this. Here it is. Trump phone hacker, 20-year-old U.S. Army soldier arrested. I don't know what the news source is, but okay, I see other sources. Why? That could be some problem for that young man. All right. Let's move on. Other things trending, the FBI because of New Orleans. Now this is one, and where's Reaction on Puerto Rico's tweet here? I'm going to... I had it as a separate tweet. Well, here, let me go into my DMs here. Okay, because I prefer to use yours since you sent it to me first. By the way, the FBI is trending. Is this it right here? Oh, you sent me the same one. So, this is another thing that's kind of crazy. Good morning, GDSOB. What's up? And Mike Savage, blogger, you were here already, weren't you? No, you just got here? Oh, well, hello. So, after this attack in New Orleans, or no, is this the New Orleans one? Yeah, this is the New Orleans ones. The FBI is on this case, right? And this woman named Jenny Tare, apparently from the New York Post, exclusive tour of New Orleans terrorist home where we found bomb-making station and a Koran open to a chilling passage about martyrdom. Okay, and this is the lady here walking through the house.
We are here inside the New Orleans terrorist home. You can see that it's been clearly destroyed, the door at least, from the FBI raid yesterday. But if we walk through the home, we see some signs of what he was up to. He had this work area here, lots of different chemicals splayed around. And
how does she know that?
And different electronics. This is, again, a work setup.
How come they didn't confiscate all that?
Receipts, just very unkempt in here.
If the FBI's already been there. First, wait a minute. Let me go back to the questions that Reaction properly asked about this, because this is a question. So, who gave her access to this? They left the laptop, prayer rug still in the hamper, Quran conveniently displayed. All of us were born yesterday. Why would they leave all that shit there? Anyway, let's watch the rest of the video.
When we see some signs of what he was up to, he had this work area here. Lots of different.
Wait, why the hell is a reporter wearing such unprofessional clothing? Well, she's not. She's just a New York Post reporter. She's not a television reporter, so she's just out there reporting. But okay, someone says nice pants. Yeah, she's okay. I was gonna try to avoid speaking about that, but you all feel free yourself to say what you will. I think this is one of those videos I put out there strictly for Avocados Diabli. But anyway.
Chemicals splayed around.
Oh, just conveniently, they're still there. Look, I mean, just everything's neatly laid out. This was an FBI raid, and all this shit was neatly laid out.
This is, again, a work setup.
How do you know?
Left receipts, just very unkempt in here. If we go over here, actually, you can see the Department of Justice documents here, the search warrant, and the property that they recorded.
So they just leave it on the counter. Okay.
There seems to be a lot of chemicals. Again, just left in disarray.
Why? Why would they leave any evidence there? Why? They would document it, and they'd all be in little plastic bags, wouldn't it?
There's a bedroom back here, and what appears to be his collection of religious materials, his Qurans, an open Quran with a passage there, as well as even the Bible here.
Did they just leave it?
But mostly books on
can't
Islam.
open her suspicious.
And his prayer rug just to the left of me here. And if we go back, there's another bedroom here. You can see he left all these belongings, contact lenses, personal
contacts.
belongings.
Okay, those are some. I'm skeptical about the contacts. Were they eye changing color contacts? I don't know. I wear contacts. I gotta get in trouble for wearing contacts.
This seems to be some sort of workspace again with other chemicals here. The light's still on. Some kind of station set up here. We're not really sure what that was for.
It's a bomb making station. What else would it be?
We can assume was also a bedroom. You can see clothes left
I'm not going to assume anything. That might have been maybe it's the dog kennel room, and the dog has the collection of shoes. I don't know. Hello, Now What Studios, my friend Wu from high school, my dear friend. Hello, P-Dog. Good morning. P-Dog, if it smells like bullshit, what? Wait, what? What will Cash do? P.S. looks like a soundstage to me. Just saying. Yeah, right.
Fine that someone was here up until those last few moments when neighbors said.
What few moments?
Just before the New Year's holiday, saying he was done with his lease. It was up, and he was on his way to New Orleans, where he would live there. Didn't take any furniture because he said his new home would be furnished. That's all we know so far.
Okay, and but again, why did she have that? Why is this not still a crime scene? Why have they done testing on all the surfaces? What have they done? This is like she put this 16 hours ago. So the next day, she's in there as a reporter. What? What? I don't get it. So anyway, that's that. I'll put that as a separate link too. But the FBI is trending with that. That's the top thing. And also here, hi, I'm F. This is the other one. So in the Cybertruck one, so this guy, first of all, the Cybertruck drives to the wrong Las Vegas, makes 8 stops to refill the electricity in the Cybertruck, gets to Las Vegas. They have video of the Cybertruck driving up and down the strip like 8 times. And then the Cybertruck ends up in front of Trump Tower. It blows up, but then they find the guy inside and he's all blowed up, except for he shot himself in the head before it blowed up. and the thing is burning and everything's on fire, but somehow they recovered his ID from the driver's license and ID. Here it is. And here, let's see. Hi, I'm the FBI. You might remember me from such cover-ups as Oops, Epstein's jail cell camera malfunction, and Oops, 9/11 hijacker's passport found in the rubble. Well, get ready for our latest unbelievable narrative. Exploding Tesla driver's ID recovered at the scene. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Jesse Kelly says, I wish everyone would calm down and just trust the FBI field office in Las Vegas to get us the answer. They've never let us down before. That's good. When the FBI is trying to solve a crime and the CIA, it's the CIA who did it. Oh my gosh. FBI asks, and this is from the Babylon Bee, FBI asks ex-users, please stop solving crimes before they do. What? Oh, gosh. And then just John Kennedy pushing the FBI agent out of the way. And let's see what Cat Turd has to say about this, because, we are at bated breath. Cat Turd, I don't believe a single word the FBI is saying about Matthew Livelsberg and the Cybertruck incident. The entire narrative makes absolutely zero sense to me. From the paper passport and paper ID miraculously surviving the explosion and a fire so intense his body burned beyond recognition, to him supposedly shooting himself right before he was going to blow himself up anyway, to what his family is saying about him, to his released recent text, which doesn't fit the mindset of someone about to do this sort of thing, and on and on and on. My BS meter is off the charts. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if your BS meter is going off the charts for this one too. I'm just saying, this just seems crazy to me. Anyway, I'm changing the pinned comment to the link to pdognight.live tip line if you want to drop a Streamlabs on this $5 Friday. Now, the Associated Press, also related to the FBI. This is from 14 hours ago. This is still about the pipe bombs from January 6, 2021. The AP puts this out 14 hours ago. The FBI is asking for the public's help to find the person who put the pipe bombs outside the Democratic and Republican National Committee offices in Washington the night before the Capitol attack 4 years ago. They've released video showing the suspect placing one of the bombs. So here's what they put out here. How do they not know after 4 years who this is? They found out. I mean, look, it's funny how we know everything about some people immediately after it happens, and yet for some reason they can't find this person. Look, there's cameras everywhere in Washington, D.C. We're pretty sure that they could have figured out at least where this person came from somehow. This person did not materialize out of thin air. Here's the video they're showing you. You're watching previously
unreleased video of the mysterious person who planted pipe.
Oh, the mysterious person. Who did they get to do the voiceover for this? This is crap. Good morning, Mrs. Hayes, by the way, and Shrapnel. And anyone else show up? Okay, that's everybody.
Bombs outside the offices of the Democratic and Republican National Committees.
Who's doing this voiceover? Okay, I might have to redo this with a proper voiceover, because it should be kind of, You're watching previously
unreleased video of the mysterious person who planted pipe bombs outside the offices of the Democratic and Republican National Committees in Washington, D.C. a day before the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol.
Probably that's not AI voiceover. If it is, I've never heard an AI voiceover that had a kind of a little squishy tone to it. You know what I mean?
The FBI is releasing the footage and more information in hopes of generating new tips for the pipe bomb investigation.
I've never heard a voiceover with a lisp. Tips.
Authorities previously offered a reward of up to $500,000 for information leading to the suspect's arrest and conviction.
Okay, definitely not Marjorie Taylor Greene. A lot of people on the left have said, "Oh, this is Marjorie Taylor Greene." Come on. No, it's not. This is another op.
Investigators estimate the unidentified suspect to be about 5 feet 7 inches tall. The most distinctive part of the suspect's outfit are a pair of black and gray Nike Air Max Speed Turf shoes with a yellow logo. The FBI says fewer than 25,000 pairs of the same shoe were sold between August 2018 and January 2021. The pipe bombs were discovered about 17 hours after they were planted.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me go back a couple seconds and this part of the video. Watch this and see if you notice something that I just noticed immediately watching this.
The pipe bombs were discovered about 17 hours after they were planted.
Did you catch that? Do you see what I'm seeing? I'm gonna do it one more time. Right after the shoe, as soon as they show the pipe bomber.
21. The pipe bombs were discovered about 17 hours after they were.
Good morning, Select Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, Avocados Diabli. How is it? Now, granted, first of all, you wonder where this footage is from. But how is it that the camera perfectly tracks the person and stops when the person stops? Is this an editing thing they did? I am very, very curious about this. Watch it one more time.
2021. The pipe bombs
camera's
were discovered
following the person and then stops when the person stops.
Fortunately, nobody was hurt before the bombs were rendered safe, but the FBI says both.
Are these edits that they're following this person around?
Devices could have been lethal.
Now, and it very well could be edits. I don't know, or it could be cameras that are moving at the time. But how is it that on that first one the camera stops exactly when the person stops moving? Are they motion sensitive? I'm very curious. Hello, Gamer Valine. They also say the Vegas guy self-deleted in the truck, but the guy standing there in the video didn't react to a 50 caliber American Eagle shot. That ammo isn't quiet in a Desert Eagle. No, it's loud as hell. I've shot one when I was, in fact, I shot one when I was in Las Vegas because that was we went to the gun range, and they, you can shoot just anything that they have on hand. And so one time I went in there and shot a Desert Eagle. Those motherfuckers kick like a damn mule. But anyway, how is that happening?
Watching previously unreleased video of before the bombs were rendered safe.
Yeah, I'm curious about the editing on these trackings too. So anyway, oh, here's someone. I'm old enough to remember that Thomas Matthew Crooks was photographed by someone who was allegedly law enforcement, and he still got on the roof directly in front of whomever that took this photo to get off several shots. Not to mention that just 72 hours later, the FBI literally washed down the entire crime scene, removing blood and any other evidence for the investigation. All of this feels very off. Yeah, the FBI is doing some shady shit somehow. It's crazy. By the way, Gamer Valine, so good to see you in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Holy shit. This shit's nuts, man. This shit's nuts. All right, other things trending. Let's just get through this. We already saw reaction on Puerto Rico. Texas is trending. Let's see. Well, first of all, I wanted to see what this says. A radicalized Texas-born Middle Eastern jihadist just killed 15 people on New Year's Day terror attack, but MSNBC wants to remind you that young white men are the biggest terror threat in America. Let's see what's going on with Joy Reid. Hello, Joy. Of course. Who is this dude? I know who this dude is.
And last word to you on this, Charles, because this is the challenge. It's very difficult
to
feel
by the way,
safe when on top
and part of it is because when Donald Trump first tweeted about this or put a post on Truth Social, we still knew, the only thing we knew is that this truck had been at the border, that possibly this person crossed the border, just before 2 days, 48 hours before the attack in New Orleans, right? The lightning truck. But then we learned also that truck was a rental through that app that seems to be the favorite of terrorists this week. Who knows? DC has tracking cameras around Fed buildings. They sweep during the daytime traffic and track at night. Okay, good. That's good to know. I was wondering how it could be. So anyway, back to Joy Reid here.
Of everything that Mayor Landrieu just said, you also have politicians that have a self-interest in lying about everything because it helps them.
So do some news reporters on MSNBC who sometimes wear Trump hair.
And with a political narrative, not concerned about the human narrative that could actually be really helpful.
And that is the tragedy of all of this, right? There are real tragedies. There will always be crime. Unfortunately, what we try to do is to keep the crime as low as possible. All different kinds of people will commit crimes. The problem here is that you jump on one sort of crime, one crime committed by one name that sounds exotic, one brown face, rather than looking at all of the domestic terror that we face, including...
Yeah, see, we don't look at any other... We don't pay attention to any other terrorism. But anyway.
Including what the FBI says, is a really big problem, which is young white men in America. We need to look at all of our domestic terrorism and say, this all is a problem.
Indeed, exactly. And it is...
Okay, anyway. Gotcha. So anyway, someone says, anything else about Texas? No. All right, moving on. Other things trending. Allstate, that was regarding the CEO of Allstate who had that weird statement in front of the Sugar Bowl. Las Vegas is trending again. Back to this guy, too. Astounding that the Las Vegas bomber was burned beyond recognition, but his laminate badge survived. I don't know why they used that picture. Is that him? Yeah, how did the laminate badge, the ID, the passport, how did that survive this fire that burned the victim beyond recognition? And he just happened to have a 50 caliber bullet hole through his head. And did that also? I'm curious. When he shot the 50 caliber, did it damage the top of the Cybertruck? Because that 50, look. You shoot a 50 caliber into your, pie hole. That bullet ain't stopping at the back of your skull. I'm just saying that bullet's going to go another 200 yards, whether you're in a car or not, because it'll come right out the top. And I don't think the top of a Cybertruck is bulletproof for all I know. But of course, they said the fact that the bombs blew up the fire bombs. I laugh when I say bombs. It was a bunch of firework grade stuff, but. When that stuff blew up, it contained a lot of the, the damage that it could have had it not been a lesser vehicle, I guess. But, it's funny because it almost turns into an ad for Cybertruck. Slam, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let the joy be joy. Oh, slam, like the song from Onyx. Slam, da-da-da-da-da-da. Let the joy be joy. Slam, da-da-da-da-da-da. Make some noise. You didn't think I knew what you were talking about, did you? Haha. I'm a 80s and 90s guy. Okay, so Las Vegas trending because of the Las Vegas thing. Cybertruck is trending because of the Cybertruck thing. Here's my other question. Oh, yeah, concerning the Cybertruck thing. So, aren't Teslas known for some of their self-driving capability? Now, granted, they have this map of where the truck went from when it was going from Colorado Springs to Las Vegas. It went to the wrong Las Vegas first, but he charged up in 8 different places along the way on his trip. But I'm just curious. Don't Cybertrucks have self-driving features? And, it's weird. The Special Forces guy had no known problems, at least from anyone they've interviewed so far. Just gonna go blow himself up in a Cybertruck in front of Trump Tower. But and obviously they have video of this truck driving around Las Vegas for how much time it was driving. But is it possible? Now this is going way out there in conspiracy theories. But is it possible he was murdered and the truck was set on autopilot and ended up in front Truck Tower with a timer to blow that thing up? Who knows how long that guy's been dead? Just happened so convenient that the 50 caliber Golden Eagle's down on the floor under his truck. I'm just curious. This is just questions. Anyway, this is like, I mean, it's like a fucking, it's like a Clancy novel. What the hell's going on here? Anyway, did I put this on the screen ever? I think I did. This was the map of, you got to do it this way. That's the map of where it went. Again, went from Denver to the wrong Las Vegas, and then over to this Las Vegas. And that's the other thing. Well, the only thing is it couldn't charge itself 8 times, so somebody had to charge the truck. Anyway, and then also Turo, the the car sharing app, is trending, and I thought this was probably the most appropriate post about this. People listing their cars for rent on Turo be like, I wonder how many people are dropping Turo, as the car sharing app after this shit, because you don't want your car. One car is in Texas, ran over a bunch of people. The other one's blown up. And I think the guy, didn't the guy that was stalking Trump at Mar-a-Lago was trying to assassinate him there? Wasn't that also? Didn't he also rent a truck from Turo? I think all 3 of them did. They all have ties to Fort Bragg. They all have ties to Turo. Oh my gosh, no, wait a minute. Chelsea Clinton, daughter of Hillary Clinton, sits on the board of IAC Inc., which holds a 31% stake in Turo, the car-sharing app used by the terrorists in New Orleans and Las Vegas to rent electric vehicles for their attack. AIC gained significant control over Turo with a $250 million investment in 2019. What's a conspiracy without a Clinton? Ah, yeah. There you go. Holy shit. Turo executives, when all the sleeper cells Biden let in get activated. Oh, God. Anyway, so that's more of that shit. That's okay. I will use Mountain Dew. It's radioactive. Oh, as fuel? The truck turns off self-driving when your eyes are off the road. Does it? I didn't know that. These cars are way too smart. This is also the first time in a while where casings weren't listed among the findings in a shooting scene. Ah, yes! That too! What the hell? Oh, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Okay. Reaction in Puerto Rico. Listen to this, though. Listen to this. Okay, let's say that whoever killed him before they turned on the self-driving capabilities propped his eyes open and had his head set up on the seat so it wouldn't fall down. Maybe tied it up there with his eyes open so the car doesn't know if your eyes aren't on the road. If you're dead and your eyes are like this. So, see? I'm telling you, it's like a Clancy novel or a Mission Impossible, a Mission Impossible. What do you call it? Plot? A Mission Impossible plot? All right, moving on. Let's talk about things that aren't about death and dying. What time is it? Oh, okay, I got time before I got to do Q&A. By the way, it's Friday Q&A. If you haven't dropped a Q&A, a question for this lovely Friday, you have plenty of time because I haven't started doing it yet. So, Britain is trending now. As I go from death and destruction to what's going on in Britain, this is the first one that pops up, and I'm disgusted by this. More than 1 million child victim. Britain's grape gangs expose a national tragedy. Rotherham MP Sarah Champion warned nearly a decade ago that grooming gangs have exploited up to 1 million British children. This isn't a statistic. It's a national disaster. From Rotherham to Rochdale, thousands of vulnerable girls have been betrayed by the very institutions meant to protect them. Police corruption, council negligence, and political cowardice allowed predators to operate with impunity while victims were silenced and discarded. When when will Britain confront the rot within its institutions? The lives of these girls cannot be swept under the rug to protect political careers or appease community sensitivities. Justice must be done no matter how uncomfortable the truths revealed may be. Complicit officials must be held accountable. That's from the Mirror. And then you get stuff like this. Yeah. So apparently there's more news about the grooming gangs. Here's another one. I can't believe this. Just found an opinion piece written by Keir Starmer back in 2014, where he states another Rotherham scandal will happen unless the systemic failings in Britain are rooted out, when in fact he was and is the systemic failing. He let it all happen. Apparently that's the big topic right now. When is this from? I don't see a date on that. But anyways, and Elon Musk blew this up by tweeting about it, the worst mass crime against the people of Britain ever. So that seemed to be why Britain is trending. Let me scroll through this. Lord Ahmed, former Labour peer, guilty of child sex offense. That's from January 2nd. Remember that Labour created Britain's first Pakistani Muslim peer from Rotherham, and he was later convicted of sexually assaulting children. Holy fuck. This is not cool. So anyway, that's why Britain is trending right now. A lot of people talking about that subject. Real quick, thank you, Gamer Valide. Guess what? You are the new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. Thank you, dear. Dropping a big bullet in the tip jar. Says, no one died in that IED incident in Idaho yesterday. They caught the guy trying to rig it on the train or train rails. Hey, do you have a link to that? I would love to see that. If you have a link to the article or something about that, we can check that out on the show today. Thank you very much for sponsoring the show. You're awesome. Well, and welcome back. Nice to have you back. I see you on Discord once in a while, but I'm pretty quiet on Discord. Anyway, all right. But if you have a link to that story, let me know. All right. Also, Fort Bragg is trending again. Fort Bragg is the Fort Bragg connections between these three people are just curious, not necessarily. I don't know what the name. Not necessarily. It's not correlation versus whatever it is. Coincidence. Our FBI says there's no link between the Las Vegas bomber and the New Orleans turd, even though they both served at Fort Bragg and in Afghanistan, and I fully support and believe in the FBI. Right. Even Angela, by the way, Angela Bel Camino. You know who that is? You ever hear the bold lib chick? She tweets about how being 42-year-old and childless and at a bar drinking on every holiday and how that pisses off the right and things. She had the bold lib dance and whatever. I always thought that she was a Poe, a parody, a not an op, but something like that. And it seems I was correct. She's hilarious now that I think about how long she's kept this character going without people suspecting, but she's been seen with several conservative people outside of that character, and now it seems like the mask is off, and we're finding out that this has all been a spoof all along. But she's given us some of the most hilarious things to what's the word? I want the words I'm looking for. She just one of those things that you go, oh my God, is this person for real? And apparently she was not. So anyway, by the way, Fort Bragg is the original MK Ultra place. Look it up. Mendocino County Hospital Asylum and Fort Bragg itself is where it all began. Oh my God. Here's our friend Malcolm Flex talking about this. Let's watch this video. Let's see what Malcolm Flex has to say about Fort Bragg, because he's an interesting dude.
So if you were worried that 2025 was going to at some point be a little bit boring,
thank you, Gamer.
Don't worry, because the script writers heard your worries and pleas and they took it personally. And man, did they cook up with about 4 opening events for the first day of 2025. Starting even...
Hey, you had to do something to have people stop talking about the drones there, Flex.
As so early as 3 o'clock in the morning. 2 of them, however, are pretty notable, being terrorist attacks. And not just terrorist attacks, but terrorist attacks that came from former United States military personnel.
That's the other part, man. It's like they're both military. They both were from Fort Bragg. Both served in Afghanistan. You know what? This is a goddamn Clancy script. I'm telling you.
Now, Biden and the FBI will have you believe that both of these are unrelated, standalone, complex-style incidents, but we're finding a little bit of a common thread coming from Fort Bragg that's starting to raise some eyebrows, rustle some jimmies and whatnot. So, just going to kind of dig into it because Fort Bragg, now known as Fort Liberty, has a little bit of an interesting history, being used as early as World War II as the base of psychological operations coming from the United States Airborne Divisions. It's actually a pretty interesting place that was actually used to run certain psychological operations even during the Vietnam War, and they've collaborated intensely with the CIA. Now, Shamsu Jabbar was actually technical personnel over there at Fort Bragg. Meanwhile, Matthew Livelsberger, the Cybertruck terrorist who proved the durability of the Cybertruck, ironically enough, but he actually worked.
Oops, sorry about that. Hang on.
Division and was
Pause.
actually stationed at Fort Bragg for some time. So
there we go.
We're now starting to wonder what was
Thank
the
you, Gamer
CIA
Feline.
doing and what kind of psychological operations actually come out of there. And it's really interesting now because if you look at Shamsu Jabbar, people will say he was radicalized by ISIS, which kind of comes out of left field because the guy was a real estate agent, seemed pretty well adjusted to me, didn't really have any common thread. Then you have Livelsberger, who is actually apparently a Trump fan. So now we're really seeing a couple of inconsistencies here with a motive. But the question here is, what is being planned and what's being moved? Because Elon Musk is...
And that's the question. Whether or not they ever knew each other, whatever they had a connection, there's some weird, it's just weird coincidences. Bragg is a big base, and they were in Afghanistan during the surge. They might be connected, but it's also quite possible they never met. Yeah, it's very possible they'd never met, but it's just weird that just happens.
Very prominent figure these days, especially in politics, and the symbolism of a Cybertruck being blown up outside of a Trump tower. It shouldn't be lost on anybody. Now, I speculated that was sending a message, but of course, not everybody believes it's sending a message. Some people can believe that, hey, this could just be, some wacko lunatic, but things are just a little bit...
Why'd he drive from Colorado Springs to do it in front of Trump Tower and go to the wrong Las Vegas, which is still hilarious to me.
Too convenient when you look at the timing. You have a lot of goodwill being turned against Elon Musk just for the H-1B conversation. The Shamsu Jabbar, he actually brought that truck across the border at some point, even though he was a United States citizen.
We don't know when he rented it, though, because, again, it's a rental. So someone else could have had it 2 days before. Maybe they already know that he's the one who drove it across the border. Why? Who knows? Who knows?
And he drove that thing all the way to New Orleans. Nobody understands why we don't actually, we can't really put these things together, but the real interesting thing is immigration, number one, and Elon Musk and his partnership with Donald Trump. And Elon Musk has been a fierce critic of immigration, although legal immigration, again, we can probably beg to differ on that one. But there are just a lot of questions going into the year. And I think that the one thing that people are not putting together is that Elon Musk still worked with Vivek Ramaswamy on Doge. Now, their work on Doge is going to be cutting a lot of government pork and a lot of government agencies.
In theory, I hope it happens.
That's not going to make you very many friends in Washington, D.C. Rather, it'll make you a lot of enemies. So could these agencies be working? And hear me out here.
Okay.
Especially with the operations that we've seen happening on X, no less, to turn a lot of people against Elon Musk, but also the operations that are happening now in real life. Could this all be a part of a plot to essentially split up this partnership and upend Doge or any other measures to cut the bureaucratic deep state in the swamp? That's the only thing I got right now. And honestly, it's about as good as it's going to get because, on its face, yeah, these attacks aren't connected. But when you view them in totality with everything that we're seeing happening on social media and that we're actually seeing on the ground, yeah, it could be. And then there's another thing. The media's been oddly silent here. You know, for once, they're letting things play out, and they usually don't do that unless something's happening in their favor.
Well, it doesn't fit narratives so far.
Just a couple of questions.
Although, the guy in Las Vegas was a white guy. I'm surprised they haven't played that angle up yet.
I want to put a couple of ideas in your head, you know, get the wheels turning, get you set up for what we're going to have to face in 2025. And Trump hasn't even gotten in office yet.
Ding, 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 ding. All right, there we go. We got that. Gamer Vliet sent me this article about the incident in Idaho. Let's check that out. Payot police arrest suspect after IED found near train car. Uh-oh, radicalized white dude in Idaho, whitest state in the union, or one of the whitest states in the union. Payot, Idaho. Payot police officers were dispatched to the 600 block of North 8th Street on Wednesday around 5:54 p.m. regarding a suspicious individual trying to light something on fire near a parked railroad car. Officers found fresh footprints in the snow and tracked them to a train car. They located a suspected undetonated improvised explosive device, IED. Okay, hang on a second. An undetonated improvised explosive device. Are they using this term on purpose as opposed to just someone had some bomb stuff they put together? Anyway, officers followed the footprints of the camp to a camp trailer parked near a residence. The suspect, identified as 40-year-old Brent Sharai, fled from the camp trailer on foot, but surrendered after a short pursuit. Sharai was taken into custody on outstanding Payette County warrants and later booked into the Payette County Jail with additional charges for possession of a destructive device, a felony, possession of a controlled substance, a felony, possession of paraphernalia, a misdemeanor, and resisting and obstructing officers. The Nampa Bomb Squad helped render the device safe. Union Pacific was also notified, and all trains scheduled to travel through the incident site were put on standby for about 5 hours. An FBI agent also reported to the scene to assist the investigation. Nampa Bomb Squad, Nampa is NAMPA, that must be the county or city, I don't know what that is, used their specialized robot to remove the IED from the train car and safely detonate the device. A search warrant was executed on the camp trailer Sharai was in, where items similar to the device were found on the train, items similar to the device found on the train car were located, including controlled substances and paraphernalia. Federal charges for possessing and manufacturing a destructive device are pending the FBI's investigation, and that's it for the story. So now you got to wonder, okay, was this guy from Fort Bragg too? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for dropping that in the link in the Discord there, Gamer Fleet. I appreciate it. Any non-uniform explosive, C4, dynamite, grenade is improvised. Yeah, and so that's my question. Normally that wouldn't be the language used, but the term IED has been, kind of been synonymous with what you hear about soldiers getting blown up in the Middle East or Afghanistan or whatever, but I never heard the term really used domestically until recently, and especially in the attack in New Orleans, where that person had several IEDs, right? Planted around New Orleans and in this truck. And so now it's just weird to hear about it when it's a domestic situation. All right, let's see. It's 10:18. It is time for Friday Q&A. I do have a few articles open here today. And I want to know about the damn drones. I'm also going to put the aggregator from Ace of Spades blog, the morning report from JJ Sefton, in the links today, because I really didn't even go through any of the articles there. Oh, wait, hold on. I have one news item I got to get to before we go to Friday Q&A, and I got to find it real quick. This shot blew me away. Let me see if it's in any of the Explore tabs, because it just pissed me off when I saw this. Let me see if I can find it. It has to do. Whoa! What? Oh, I didn't know about this. Breaking. Okay, there's a couple items in here that I haven't seen yet. Breaking. The U.S. Judicial Conference just shut down a plot by Democrat congressman to launch a witch hunt against Justice Clarence Thomas. Dem filed a complaint against Justice Thomas, claiming he didn't comply with financial disclosure requirements, but upon thorough review of their claims by Judicial Conference Secretary Robert Conrad, Justice Thomas has indeed filed everything he needed to file. Quote, Justice Thomas has filed amended financial disclosure statements that address several issues identified in your letter. In addition, he has agreed to follow the relevant guidance issued to other federal judges, which would include the guidances mentioned above. We have no reason to believe he has done anything less, Judge Conrad says. What exactly is it about Clarence Thomas that triggers Democrats so much? Well, he's a black man who doesn't follow their bullshit ideology. So anyway, that's interesting. Also, but the one that I wanted to get to, let me just do a quick search because this, this one, come on, Biden. This one pisses me off. Thank you, Amazing Disgrace, dropping a 5 spot in the tip jar via YouTube Super Chat on $5 Friday. Yay! Appreciate you. This item. Joe Biden is awarding or has awarded Liz Cheney and Bernie Thompson the, what do they call it? What's this award? The Presidential Citizens Medal for their work on the January 6th committee. This is the second highest civilian honor that people can receive from the President of the United States. In fact, here, but now this is interesting. Someone says, watch the bizarre interaction between Biden and Liz Cheney today. He jerks her hand back a few times and she rolls her eyes at one point. Also, he looks like he freezes when he's handing her the award and just holds it onto it for too long. Let's see what this is. Apparently, his staff has decided that they were going to have Joe Biden present this award to them in the wake of the fact that both of them, apparently that committee has destroyed evidence, and that the Liz Cheney has been found, at least by a congressional report, to have maybe tampered with a couple witnesses along the way. But let's see what they're talking about, this weird interaction. Okay. Oh, wait. Look. All right. So look at his right hand. He grabs her hand, and this is weird. And she's okay. Apparently, she's noticing that he's not well. Looked like he was about to sniff her hair too. That was weird. That is weird. So, yeah, there's lots of people talking about this. Now, Representative Scott Perry, he's from Pennsylvania. As it turns out, to earn the Presidential Citizen Medals from President Biden, all you need to do is delete congressional records and commit criminal witness tampering to further your party's narrative. Congratulations to Cheney and Thompson on this major award. So this is the CBS News report. Biden awards Presidential Citizens Medal to Liz Cheney and Bernie Thompson. Okay, so he awarded the medal to Thompson and Cheney, the two lawmakers who led the House Select Committee that investigated the January 6, 2021 assault on the Capitol, as opposed to riot. Notice now they're changing. They keep changing how they refer to this. Mr. Biden presents awards to Thompson and Cheney and more than a dozen other recipients during a ceremony in the White House on Thursday. I've been honored to present law enforcement officers who defended our Capitol on January 6th and the state and local election officials, elected leaders who defended the free and fair election of 2020, Mr. Biden said. Today we celebrate a new group of Americans who dedicated their careers to serving our democracy in their other essential ways. The White House said Cheney received the award for putting the American people over party, and Thompson received for his lifelong dedication to safeguarding our Constitution. Both Thompson and Cheney received loud applause and standing ovations as they received their awards. Well, I hope they get the same ovations when Cheney gets arrested, so we'll see what happens. So anyway, there's a then they go on to talking about January 6th in the article. But so I think Scott Perry's tweet about it was pretty good. Somebody here says, oh, this is someone who is an anti-Trump people. Watch Fox News go apoplectic about the Liz Cheney medal. Yes, Biden's an aging fool handing out awards to Liz Cheney, but let's not forget in 2020, another geriatric on his way out the door thought it was a good idea to pin the Medal of Freedom on Dr. Fauci. Stupidity isn't a partisan disease, it's a bipartisan tradition. Yeah, that's I gotta say that Medal of Freedom for Dr. Fauci, that's like a Obama Peace Prize. Anyway, Glenn Greenwald spoke up on this, having Joe quote, having quote Joe Biden, because we know the medal's not coming from Joe Biden, as one of his last acts bestow a presidential medal on Liz Cheney says so much about the value system of the Democratic Party. He's not happy with the Democrats. But what Biden said about Cheney, an advocate still of countless views liberals denounce as fascist, is even more telling. So here it is. Okay, I don't know what that is. Start polling Liz Cheney as a potential Democratic presidential nominee for 2028. Listen to the screeching from Biden's liberal followers when her name is called. Like 1950s teenagers who just saw Elvis, there's no other politician who can provoke this much passion from Democrats. Oh my. Let's hear it when she says her name.
Elizabeth L. Cheney, for putting the American people over party.
But then, yeah, that's a weird exchange. Apparently she doesn't know when he's supposed to give it to her, because she starts grabbing it and then she pulls away and he's holding her hand with the other hand, and I think he's about to sniff her. And she rolls her eyes. Did you see that? Did you see her roll her eyes? That was weird. He gets a little too close. That is just so weird. He does that. He's like getting all close to her face and shit. She's got to be like, dude, back the fuck up. and just held her hand too long, and she's just like, ew. She's like, ew. Okay, okay, I'll leave that in the links today. Let me make a special link for that. There we go. All right, let's get to Friday Q&A. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Friday Q&A. Let's the festivities begin. Thank you, Avocado Stiali, for putting spacers in the old Q&A box, because now I can read everything. Today, let's see. First question, it comes from Mr. Tyre Alexander, who says, the sun went nova how long before feminists claim that the sun is sexist because more women use the sun than men? Well, okay, Tyre, that has already happened. So that is in the past. I don't know anything else about it. Lord Stanhope asks, wait a minute. Lord Stanhope says, I am doing a dry January. Can you and the lads wish me luck? Hey, everyone drop a good luck in the chat for Lord Stanhope. And I'm doing that right now in the chat. Oh, that didn't work. Good luck at Lord Stanhope. There we go. Good luck, Lord Stanhope. There you go. Avocados Diablo says, if I kill someone, then I go back in time 2 hours and bring their past self to after I did and send them on their way. Would I be guilty of murder since they would still be alive in this timeline? No. That's no, because they'd still okay, that has some really weird astrophysics fuckery to go through to figure that one out. But I would say no, because they'd still be alive, but you murdered them. So would they see, the problem is, would they disappear if you pulled them from before the murder time to the time, now, and would their body disappear? I don't know. Or would they end up with two bodies and one would be dead on the ground, like they could see their own dead body on the ground? Well, you'd be guilty of that, but then the person would be alive. I have no idea. Anyway, JB asks, have you seen the film 13 Assassins? I have not. Lord Stanhope, what's for dinner? That's a good question, because we were going to have fish tonight, but we ate it last night instead. So I'm not sure. I may not even eat dinner tonight, because I'm going to have a big lunch today. I'm having lunch with a friend this afternoon. Avocados Diablo asks, do you think cloning technology will ever become cheap enough that it would be profitable to clone people so you could send the clones in to clean out their bank accounts before disposing of it? Dude, are you foreshadowing your own Clancy plot? I'm just saying. Because that would be, well, first of all, no. Here's the problem with that. You clone somebody, right? Wouldn't you have to wait until the clone grew to the same age as the person that you cloned? Because, like, if you clone somebody, it doesn't mean they're going to be fully grown human right away. That doesn't even make sense. If you clone somebody, you're going to have the baby of the clone. So it would take, if that clone was 48 years old, you'd have to wait till that clone, the actual clone part, the real person would be 48 years old. The clone person you'd have to wait like 48 years before you could do it. That person would already be dead and wouldn't have a bank account. So no, it would not work. It would not work at all. Lord Stanhope, will this be a good weekend? Yeah, we're finally going to go visit the daughter and the babies and my son-in-law and hang out up there this weekend. So that's always a good day. Lord Stanhope, in case it got skipped, doing a dry January, can you and the lads wish me luck? So we've got all people wishing them luck. There you go. Lord Stanhope asks, since the holiday season is almost over, what's worse, spending it alone involuntarily, or spending it with people you don't want to see? Oh, no. I would think that maybe spending it with people you don't necessarily want to see, or you don't want to see, might be worse. Although, so for example, Lady Boomer and I kind of had a holiday without the family that we're used to having around us, because they were both our kids were in different places or whatever. And it really was kind of a bummer. I didn't realize how bummed out I was about it until it happened. So that's why I'm so glad that I'm going to get to see them, at least my daughter and her kids, tomorrow. But that was weird. It's the first time in 30 years that I haven't had, well, I guess my daughter was here for Thanksgiving and her family. So Thanksgiving was cool. My son wasn't here. He's missed 4 years in a row. But Christmas was weird because it's been 30 years since we've not had at least one of our kids at our house on Christmas Eve. And didn't see them Christmas Day either. And that was weird. So, but it wasn't the end of the world, because we went and saw other friends, and we did, we went to a movie, and we had a great time together. So I guess spending it alone involuntarily, you can find things to do that can keep your time. But to be around people you don't want to be around, I never like that. So there you go. I hope that answers the question. Tyre Alexander asks, Art the Clown and Pennywise are planning to recruit you to their clown-based abomination group. What clown theme abomination do you take? Me, I'm going to be the lovable tramp with the hobo sack root. Oh, okay. I'm going Ed Gein. Okay, Ed Gein. That's the kind of clown, really creepy looking Ed Gein kind of clown. That's a weird question. Laura Stanhope asks, what is your most shameful meal that you would gladly eat 5 times a week? If I didn't care about my health, probably a giant mixing bowl full of Reese's Puffs. Because I love Reese's Puffs, but I don't eat cereal anymore because I kind of learned how bad that shit is for you, and really how it's just a marketing gimmick that they tell you about when you're a child, and they try to tell you there's something healthy about it. And there's really nothing healthy about breakfast cereal, but I love me some Reese's Puffs, so that would be kind of shameful to eat that 5 times a week. Avocados Diablo asks, have you ever been pulled over by a cop for speeding and had to explain why there are 37 chickens wearing rollerblades skating around on the plywood you have in the bed of your truck? Again, these experiences that you make up, I just wonder about that. No, that has never happened. I haven't been able to find rollerblades that fit my chickens. So there you go. Roasted Opinions asked, do you think that the goal might be to foster more division within America? Oh, you think? You think? It just seems like everything, except they're still not talking about the drones. I want to know what happened to the drones. I want to know where the drones are from. I want to know if they're our own military. I want to know if it's just another fucking psyop. I want to know if it's aliens. If it's aliens, great. Let us know it's aliens, and we'll all, run around screaming with our heads cut off. But no, I want to know about the drones. What was the question? Oh, foster more division. Yes, I think they're trying to do that. Lord Stanham asks, as a professional bartender, would you prefer a beverage containing Jägermeister, Aftershock, and Goldschlager, or have a Malort Old Fashioned? I'm not familiar with Malort. Here, let me look that up. Malort. M-A-L. M-A-L. Where is it? O-O-R-T. I'm not sure. Is Malort, Jepson Malort a Chicago icon? I'm not familiar with it. Oh, it's okay. Jepson Malort. It's M-L-O with an umlaut. M-A-L-O with an umlaut over it, R-T, is an American brand of Blas liqueur, a type of Branvin flavored or with anise and wormwoods. Oh, so it's kind of a licorice tasted? No. Ooh, nasty. I mean, I would do the Jägermeister, Aftershock, and Goldschlager shot before I drank a Malort Old Fashioned. I mean, I don't mind licorice flavored booze, whatever. Like, a really good ouzo. I don't know if that's an oxymoron, but I could drink ouzo or what's another one? Anise, whatever. But Aftershock. What is Aftershock, by the way? If it's just a shot, there's all kinds of shots that I can do that most people would never fathom. Okay, moving on. Let's see, where are we at? Selected Boy asks, how long do you think they'll lock Luigi up? I wonder about Luigi. Is Luigi an op too? I still don't know. Okay, they still have never explained. Well, Jaeger's sort of licorice. Not really. I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. Jaeger's my shot of choice, by the way, for those who are wondering. I have a bottle of Jaeger in my freezer as we speak. But listen, Luigi. I still have a question about Luigi. So supposedly, when they were hunting down Luigi, The backpack that he had when he committed the crime was found in Central Park, but then when they ran into Luigi in Pennsylvania, he had a backpack with all the tools that he supposedly used to shoot the CEO from the United Health or whatever that place is called. How the hell did that happen? How did he get the backpack back after they found a backpack abandoned in Central Park? Just curious. And then it just happened to have the proper pew-pew and everything. So who knows? Anyway. How long do you think they'll lock him up? If he is found guilty, probably for life, because, first degree. Although, second degree murder in New York is like first degree murder anywhere else. Avocado Diablo asks, if while someone was sleeping, you placed a hornet's nest in their colon, what crime do you think they would charge you with? Oh my. First of all, if you could place a hornet's nest in someone's colon, they've been to too many bathhouses or you are just very talented. But the charge, reckless endangerment, that would be the charge. Let's see. Avocado Diablo asks, would it be poor form to pump up your fighting squirrel with a cocktail of steroids and methamphetamines before the big match? Yeah, I think that would be a little bit dubious, I would say. Avocado Diablo asks, where did you come up with that? Do you think anyone has ever been beaten to death with one of those squeaky toy hammers? Yeah, you could try, but I don't think it would work. You could annoy the fuck out of them, though. Selected Boy asks, what was the dumbest thing you've ever heard? The dumbest thing I've ever heard. Probably Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. That song's stupid, but it's entertaining, but it's a dumb song. I'm sure there's dumber things, but that's close. Lord Stanhope it's dynamite. Dynamite. Oh, you were talking about in the cyber. Is that in the Cybertruck? The dynamite? I don't know. Lord Stanhope asks, I am all seriously honesty. All of the drones follow FAA regulations and follow FAA flight paths. Why don't people accept they are commercial drones being fine-tuned before public use? You know what? I think though I fully believe that they are domestic drones. There is no way the United States military or anyone else would allow foreign drones to fly around above or near or anywhere near military bases. I don't think they're just lying to you and not telling you what they were doing. They were doing some shit that they're practicing some shit that we don't want them to do. And they got caught because everyone started spotting these drones up in the sky. That's what I believe. All right. Moving on. Select Boy asks, so what is your favorite Onyx track of all time? The only Onyx track I know is Slam. Although I remember seeing videos from Onyx, but Slam is the only one I remember. So I don't have a favorite Onyx track except Slam. Laura Stanhope asks, do you still pity Sleepy Joe? I have never pitied Sleepy Joe. I am annoyed by the fraud that is currently Sleepy Joe. And I've never thought highly of Joe Biden in my entire life. And believe me, I've been alive ever since Joe Biden's been in the Senate. I just don't. I've never liked the guy. I've always thought he was an asshole. Lord Stanhope asks, would you rather spend a disrobed weekend in a closet with Liz Cheney or Cammie Harris? Wait a minute. In a closet? I don't know. I mean, let's see. Do I have to choose? You can answer in the regular chat. Do I have to choose? I don't want to spend neither. I'm married, happy, whatever. I'm not neither. Neither. Norther. Lord Stanhope. Oh, gracias, senor. You're welcome. Avocado Diablo. When do we get to the point in the obvious real-life version of Maximum Overdrive that we are in that Green Goblin truck, or that we are in that the Green Goblin truck shows up. I'm not familiar with Maximum Overdrive. Is that the Samuel L. Jackson movie? Someone was I don't know that movie. I don't know Maximum Overdrive. I'm sorry. I would have a better answer if I knew, but I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to it. If you know the movie and I don't. Select Boy asks, what was the worst show you've ever seen? So bad that you've rather shut the TV off. You mean like television series? That's tough because I can't think of things off the top of my head that well. I know the worst movie I've ever seen that I was like, what the fuck am I watching? That would have been Pink Flamingos. That for some reason they had a showing of Pink Flamingos at my university when I was in college. That not only was that shit weird, it was just straight out gross. So anyway, Lord Stanhope, have you ever tried the Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs with Nestle's Chocolate Crunch? If you do, you will be hooked. I have not. I skipped a bunch? I don't think so. I've read every single one of these. Did they not go through here? Yeah, John Waters. Yeah, fuck the world. Yeah, John Waters. Any John Waters movies are just disgusting. And Lord Stanhope, Trump is our president. I think you were in the wrong chat. So anyway, that's it. Maybe there's some missing. You skipped a bunch? No, I don't see any. There's no way to refresh this either. I'm reading through these. I've read that. I read that. No, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. And anyway, I'm out of time anyway. So, one last one. Yeah, you did. I asked, what was your most shameful dump? I don't see it. No. John Waters, fuck the world. I know it's for the win, but John Waters, fuck the world, because this shit is that bad. I don't have a shameful dump question in here. Did YouTube censor Q&A? It may be. I don't know. I don't see any of them. Here, is there a tab I can do here? Oh, no, I have moderation off. Community moderation, participant, nothing. I don't know. Maybe it did. Why would it censor a dump though? That's weird. Maybe I just found things they won't let me ask. I don't know. I hope not, because that really would piss me off if they did that. No, I've read every single one of these. I don't see anything that I missed. So anyway, all right. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have the last question for Friday Q&A. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it again. This is the last question on Friday Q&A. From Avocado Diablo asks, is this the last question? Yes. And that's with that note, thank you everybody for being here. Let me drop these links in the chat like I'm supposed to do, or at least I say I do. I'm adding that to as you notice, I changed the music on the countdown for Friday because it is Funky Friday, so I'm bringing that back. And I might even do a one for Metal Monday. Who knows? But anyway, here come the links for today's show. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Like I said, get to see the babies this weekend. I'm excited about that. Hope you have something nice planned. I know by the way, one of these weekends, Laura and I said that we're going to drive up. If you're familiar with I think it's called the Northwest Angle. It's the northernmost point in the contiguous United States up but you got to drive through Manitoba to get to it, because it's actually connected to Manitoba on some lake up there. And it's this little point that's like 58 people live there, and it's part of the United States, but you have to drive through Canada to get to it. I don't know why I brought that up, just because. Here are today's links. Copy, paste. Here are the links. And I've done my job. I'll also drop those in the description. Check out anything that you found interesting again. So I got to go. Thanks, everybody. See you on the Monday. My name's P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye-bye. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thanks for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.